My name is Damali Ssali, and I welcome you to this episode of the Ideation Corner. The Ideation Corner is a space where ideas are discussed and dissected. And today I host Suubi Ssempa, who is the founder and managing partner of House Movers, and she's going to tell us all about it. Suubi, you're very welcome.
Thank you so much, Damali. Thank you for having me. Yes. So, the name is Suubi Ssempa, and I am the founder, and I run the House Movers. The House Movers is registered under Sivaza Investments, and what we basically do is we come into your space. You're interested in moving, we come and park your property, we transport it to the new premises, and when we get there, we set it up. Our aim and promise is settling you in. As a client, we want to take away all the stress from the moving process. I know people that really hate the moving.
Yeah, it's very stressful.
So when we come into your space, it's really to take away all the stress and, you know, do all the work for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if hypothetically I wanted to move tomorrow, how do I get in touch with you? What do you exactly do? What does that process entail?
Okay, so tomorrow is maybe too short of a notice, but we
want to move in the next.
We get those two and we
you get
handle
people who say, like, I really have to move tomorrow.
Yeah, even this evening, and you're like, let me see what I can do. But the procedure normally is you get in touch with me and then share a few details. I ask some questions to be able to see if we need to do a site visit. If it's short notice, then we can't do a site visit. I normally ask for some videos of the property we are moving, or you'll explain to me things like I have a DSTV dish, I have pets, I have children's beds, master bed, you know. I try to gauge, and then after that conversation, I will share a quotation. If we have time, and I think the site visit is plausible, I will.
You go for the site visit?
Yes, I will do the site visit and then share a quotation. There is a bit of negotiation sometimes, and once we zero down on a figure and a date, then you sit back, relax. You'll send a commitment fee, and the team will be at your gate when you know. Usually the people prefer 9 a.m. over the weekend, or if it's weekdays, they prefer. We do night moves as well. So at whatever time we discuss, the team is there to help.
Okay. Yeah. So typically, what kind of requests do you get of movers? It's such a thing as a typical mover.
Yeah, we get so many requests. I'll first deal with the ones that prefer to move at night. You know, this conversation is
why
over.
Do they move at night?
Security.
Okay. And you don't want everyone to know you moved into this new property with all these things.
Yes, and then while we assure them that our trucks are covered, we have covered trucks. Some are just comfortable with people not seeing their things around. So you know, we accommodate that, so that in that case we can get in at about 6. The parking takes about 1.5 to 2 hours. We do the parking, then at about 8:30 we do the move.
Okay.
Yeah, but we get all sorts of requests. I have a puppy, is it safe to move for you guys to move? I have these very many breakable things. Oh, I love this chair so much. I got it from careful. You have to be. You know, this table came from Malaysia, handle it with care. You know, all those requests, we accommodate them, and we value them, so we take them in.
Okay. Yeah. So when you say that, okay, let me give more realistic. Hypothetically, I want to move in the next 2 weeks, and I say, hi, my house is in Naguru. I need to move in the next 2 weeks. You come for a site visit, right? And is it dependent on the size of the house? How do you determine your quotes?
Yeah, many things. The distance of the move. You're coming from Naguru. You're going to
where? You're going to Arua.
Yeah. So I will calculate the kilometers. The site visit is good because you know you get to see the amount of stuff you have to move. So how big a truck will you need?
So I can't just tell you I have 2 bedrooms.
It may not be enough.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll ask you to share a video of what's in the bedroom.
Okay.
How big is the truck that's going to move these things? How many people are should be on site. Some moves need a carpenter, a technician, others don't.
Oh, because you need to uninstall certain things?
Okay. Yeah. There are some that don't, there are others that do.
Oh, that's why you need the site visit. You need to see it.
Exactly. Site visit is very important. And then there are times when you overquote and the person is saying, no, but my house is small. And then, you know, there are times when you underquote and you get there and it's different. So, you know, I started this business in 2017 and I've learned on the job. I've learned. So right now I'm comfortable with where the company is and where it's going because we've had so many lessons to learn on the job. Yeah. So a site visit is key. If it's not, if we don't have time for it, or if you're out of town, I will request for a video. I want to see the things that I'm quoting for. Yeah.
So you say the parking would maybe take 1.5 hours to 2. That seems like such a short time.
For a basic move, yes.
Seems like such a time because I've tried to park and it never takes me an hour.
If you're doing it alone, then it should take a lot of time. But for a big team, normally that's what we budget for, 2 hours moving. But it also depends on the move because we've had moves like across the border where you take a whole day packing. So you do 1 day pack.
Packing is 1 day.
Yes. Then the next day you start loading the trucks. Yeah. So that's a lot of stuff, and you know, because it's going up country, even the packing changes. You have to seal things, and yeah.
Okay. So I wanted to ask, for example, if I want to move from Kampala to Arua, you quote me also on the distance. Yes. Plus how many things I'm taking.
Yes, yeah. I will still do the kilometers, but of course the kilometer rate for long distances is less than the kilometer rate for shorter distances.
Why is that?
Because let me give you an example. If you're charging, let's say, 20,000 a kilometer for Bugolobi to Mutungo, where it's let's say 1.5 kilometers, it can't be the same because for Arua, where it's 300, 400 kilometers, and you're doing 15, that's a lot of money.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's why then when the distance is longer, you lower it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's some fixed costs that you have to incur, whether it's from Bogolobi to Mutungo.
Exactly. So that's what makes it higher. Okay. Yeah.
And then typically, what happens? Do people normally just leave you with their houses and then they go away? Then
it depends. You guys back? Damali, every job is different. Every moving job is different. Each one is people have different preferences. Yes. So we try to accommodate them as much as we can. So there are people that will say, I have someone at home, I'll be working, but they will show you around. There are people that will say, my family and I are going to leave the house to you, do your thing, we shall book, we shall, you know, check into a hotel. There are others where you move in and everyone is there. You know, you get into a room and, you know,
they're there.
Yeah, it's the daughter's room and she's saying, pack this, pack that, pack this, leave that to me, you know. So whichever the case is, it's good. Yeah, we accommodate because when they're there and they're directing you, it helps because you don't get anything wrong. They can't complain. Because we mark the boxes. This is Damali's room. This is Alan's room. Then when they're not there, you have to mark, let's say, bedroom 1, bedroom 2. Yeah.
Okay. And then because I wanted to also ask on the issue of packing. So you come with all the boxes.
We have a lot of packing material. Yeah, depending on you know, the material we use to pack wood is different from what we use to pack glass. It's different from
okay, because glass is more delicate.
Exactly. Okay. Clothes don't normally go in boxes. They don't need to unless it's a long distance move. So we have different. That's why a site visit is important because then I know which material.
How many boxes do I need for the cardboard? And how many boxes do I need for the glassware? Okay, that's so you said you started this in 2017. What got you to this space? Because it seems like it also seems like a very manly space to be in.
Because
more than always men.
Yes, I work with a lot of men. I have a good team of men. What got me into this space is just an experience I had. I was moving with my family and we got a movers company. 2017, there were not so many on the market. So I don't even remember where we got them from, but I wasn't happy with the service. I wasn't happy with the service, and yet this seems to be stuff that I can so easily do. So when we also checked into a hotel, we let them move. And then when we got to the new house, I was not happy. And as I was reorganizing and, you know, settling myself in, I asked myself, how hard can this be? I can actually do this and relieve people of so much stress. So I just put word out there, some friend, and I said, you know, I'm going to start this thing very informally. And then before I knew it, I got a call. So a friend I had told said, there's someone moving. Oh, it's happening. So
like, yeah, you said there's someone moving.
And it was a small move. Now that I look back at it, it was a small move, but it took me 2 days because I didn't have a team. It took me 2 days, and they were so happy because this lady, I organized her clothes in the wardrobe. I put shoes in the rack. I put the glasses in the cupboards. Everything. She's like, "Oh my goodness, you guys do this!" I was like,
"Yeah, that's a
good idea. I'm adding this to, you know, that was my first job. I'll never forget it. And then slowly by slowly, I've put a team together, and right now, you know, it's seamless. We know what to do when."
But how did you figure all this out? Like, you hadn't done this before.
Oh, what has helped is a lot of material that I listen to and watch on YouTube. I've seen what, for example, the first time I got my across the border move, I had no idea what to do, but I went online and I read and saw, you know, what movers companies abroad do, and it has come in handy. Right now, I actually do training for my team. Yeah. Because, you know, I've gotten all the online training.
Yes.
So
now you're offering the training.
Exactly.
On what to do.
Yeah.
But a lot of this is self-taught. You Google, you search, you go on YouTube.
Exactly. Yeah, but I have put in the time to learn these things. Yeah. Because in the past we've had incidences of breakage and you know, so those are things that have gotten me to, especially during the lockdown. The lockdown, I had a lot of time, so I
went and taught yourself.
immersed myself in moving.
Did you have a lot of business during the lockdown?
No.
Hey, people really, anyway, they were locked down.
No, we actually didn't have a lot of business, and when we did, there's a time when between the first and the second lockdown, it's like people had been waiting. So that during that time we were very busy. But we only had challenges with the trucks because the team moves in the truck, but then that time they were limiting. Is it 2 people in a truck? You know, we had those challenges. I had to get a sticker to move the bigger team, and you know, we worked through them. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, business was slow during the lockdown.
Okay. Going back to the question about this seems like a very male-dominated field, and yet you are here doing it, thriving. You're female. Even the guys, I'm sure it's guys, that move the stuff. Your team is probably guys. There's one who do the packing and carry the heavy things. How do you do it?
Actually, we are just 2 females on the team. The client services manager is a female. The rest, because of the heavy lifting, because you know, the truck driver, all those are men. And it's not to say that because they are men, they are well acquainted with this moving. No, what they brought on the table was the strength. But you know, with training,
men, all you bring to the table is your physical strength.
No, but not anymore. At the beginning, that's what they brought. But right now, I'll tell you that all the men on the team know a thing, or they know the basics in carpentry work and you know, the electricals. Yeah. They know.
You've made sure that they at least get to know these things.
Yeah, we've had trainings on those, the basics, so that even if an electrician is not on site, they can all do the job. Okay. Yeah, even the client services manager, the lady, she can. Yeah. Okay. The basic things they can do.
They can do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you run? Because you see, most businesses struggle. You've been here since 2017. Most businesses struggle to keep that sustainability. How have you been able to keep your business, you know, running over, you know, 5-6 years despite COVID, all these other challenges? How do you overcome them?
Yeah, that's a really good one, because I can't say that it's been easy, but also what I do on my end is I try to minimize the cost of production as much as I can, so that, you know, I keep the business afloat. And I also have to give it up to our clients. Our clients who are happy with the service are always referring.
They keep referring.
Yeah,
okay.
they keep referring. So many times I get a call, house movers, I got your number from so and so, and I don't even remember the person, but I'm like, oh yeah, I think we moved them sometime, and they're happy. So I'm grateful. So that's one. The referrals keep coming in. Marketing, I have done a bit of investment in marketing, getting the word out there, and I still have a lot more to do. Because I know that, you know, at the heart of every business is marketing, getting the word out there. You know, because if they don't know about
they won't use you.
Then also the keeping the cost of production low. The team that I'm mentioning, I don't employ them full time. They come on when we have jobs, and then I know now that the busy times are end of month and beginning of month, so that's when I have them. Like even right now, as we talk, that's when people normally move. So even right now as we talk, we are having 2 jobs happening right now, so they are working
simultaneously.
Yeah.
How big is your team? You can have 2 jobs in one day.
Yes, depending because right now there's a split 5-5, but there are times when you need like 10 people on one, and then maybe 4 on another.
And you just call them down.
Yeah.
So you build these strong relationships that anytime you call them, they would actually come and
exactly. Yeah, they're house movers people, but I only call them when there's need for them.
Yes.
Then only the client services person is on full time.
Of course,
because she helps with the site visits, with, you know, receiving these calls and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that how do you manage? Because you see a lot of businesses in Uganda struggle to keep employees loyal. You're having your employees who are not even full time on call down whenever you have a job. How do you keep them motivated and into this?
Because out of the house movers, these are people that also do, they have casual work elsewhere. Yeah, so on a normal day, that's why it helps to give me time, not to say
that I'm moving
this evening. Yes. Because then, you know, getting them who's available, and who's available, you know, it works that way, that they are able to drop whatever they're doing, because even where they are, it's casual.
Okay.
And
makes sense.
Because this is sort of formal, but part-time.
Part-time, okay. But you must have put in quite a lot of effort
because, you know, with the trainings that I do, and you know, every end of year I gather them as a team to, you know, celebrate the year and things like that. Yeah, so they are loyal to the house movers. Yeah.
Kudos to you. And is this the service you provide, is it countrywide?
Yes, it is, and we right now we do across the border moves as well.
Where are you moving across the border? People are moving from Uganda to say Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda,
South Sudan.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And you pack the person and move them to wherever it is.
Sometimes even without them, they will coordinate from wherever they are, and we move their things easily.
That's interesting.
Easily.
So I also wanted to ask that who are your main clients? So is it typically women who call you about the moves?
Oh yeah,
but it's women who normally will move. Once you move the house,
you know, it's in their best interest to take away stress from the moving process.
Exactly, because they're the ones who burdened with it.
Interesting. Yes, we have lots of women calling us, but also the men. I've had men call to say, my madam is expecting, I really don't want her to
stressed
move. Yes.
Or, you know, so sweet of them.
Yeah, madam works, so, you know,
it helps.
I think men think, you know, the women should be handling the moving. So if they're calling in a mover, it's to relieve you of the stress.
Okay.
Yeah, and it works.
So if I am moving and I have there are some things that I don't need you to handle, there are some things I'm okay with you handling. You say you're flexible with anything.
Yeah, we are flexible. I actually advise my clients to have a small bag where they pack private things or very delicate things that they can move in their personal cars, or if they are going to check into a hotel, they can take. And it's not to say that they're not going to be safe with us, but for your own comfort, you can, pack a few things that you're going to use, or that you don't want a third, fourth eye, Yeah, you can take them. Yeah.
Okay. So my other question is, you've been here since 2017. You've clearly built your reputation, given that you have referrals in this aspect. Are you looking to expand your services that you're offering?
Yeah, I'm not done. I'm not done. Actually, I feel like the lockdown, dragged us a bit, our growth path, but it was also a good time because then I was learning.
You learned a lot. You used it to learn.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I have a target for end of this year or beginning of next year for people that are moving, not just homes and offices, but if you have a moving need, I don't choose this bed anymore, it needs to be sent to my mom's. How do I move it? I want you to be able to get onto the house moving app and get a sizable truck for the small items you want to move to do the move. That's sort of like an Uber,
for moving,
but for moving for trucks, because we've done that a lot, where it's not the entire house that's being moved, but just particular items, and then the person is really confused. Who's going to help me with this? So we want to bring the service closer to people that don't normally have a moving.
They're not moving,
just
a
few
house.
items. Even offices. We have an annex. Maybe down the street, we need to move a few tables, computers.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, how do we do this? So I'm working on that.
Okay. Yeah. So this app is going to be kind of you're planning to have it available online. If I need to move, even a real house, I can order the thing online.
Yeah. And then with now the real functionality of the app is, while right now I have to get back to you in about 10 or 15 minutes with a quotation. On the app, you just feed all the information,
and then I can get an estimate.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, that would be really kind of helpful.
Yeah. And then if you set a date and you want to move at 4 p.m., then they will show you available trucks. And
then you move at 4.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't need to talk to anyone.
Exactly. Yeah, that's where I want to go.
Yeah. Then are you thinking of expanding? Because there's sometimes people, so offices are moving, or they are setting up. Because are you looking also at setting up? Because at some point, there was a time I was working for a company that was now setting up somewhere, and I hated the headache of we trying to figure out the IT, the telephones, the furniture. I'm like, we wish this could be outsourced to somebody else.
Damali, our tagline, our slogan for the house movers is settling you in. We shall not sleep until you're settled. Even for jobs where I'm not on site, I will ask the client, are you happy? Okay. Are you happy before you pay the balance? Are you happy? Is everything okay? Are you settled in? Then we shall pay. So even for offices, we set up. We set up. That's why we have a technician, we have a carpenter. We shall.
So this is not just domestic people moving and stuff. No. You also support corporates and offices too.
Yes, we do move offices. We do move offices.
I did not know that.
We do move offices. Okay. Yeah, of course, it's not every day that an office will want to move, but yeah, we've supported a few offices
in moving.
Yes,
and then you
around Kampala.
Okay, and it will be the whole setup, i.e., telephones, blah 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 blah, all those things.
Exactly. Yes, we work closely with their IT teams, and office moves have happened over the weekend. So on Monday you show up and
it's there.
Yeah,
it's done.
Your office is set up. your laptop is in place. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So has your business been growing? Okay, of course the lockdown happens, and therefore there was nothing much happening. But since the lockdown, has your business been growing?
Yes, I see a lot of growth from satisfied clients, more satisfied clients. Right now, I can't even say that we've had a move where a client was not happy because we've mastered the skill.
You know your thing.
Yes,
so
that communicates growth for me. When we first started out, I told you about that first job. I had to do it. Actually, I called my sister to help me because it happened so quickly. Yes, I had no staff. Yes, but right now I have a team that I can trust to show up.
You don't need to be on site.
No, I do very few I do very few
actual moves.
Yes, myself, because I have a team that I always know what's happening, but they can be able to. Yeah, so now our WhatsApp group has 15 people that I can, you know, say, you know, you're going here, you're going here, you're going here. So that communicates growth for me as well. Our client list, very long.
It's growing.
Very long. I'm grateful.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm glad. You know, it's good to see, of course, you know, a business that's thriving. But I think given that you're in the service industry, which is usually a very complicated industry to be in, you know, service, you know, you're dealing with my chair that you may not know I have sentimental, you know, connections with, and then you crack it.
Exactly.
Right.
How do you cover that? Who's going to pay for this?
By the way, who pays for that? In case you crack my sentimental chair.
We promise you that nothing sentimental to you will be cracked. We assure you. That's why we like moves where there's someone on ground to see, because even with the parking, how we guarantee the safety of your properties from the parking, from the lifting, the loading of the truck. We don't overcrowd the truck. We'd rather do 2-3 trips than
cram the truck with stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't want to make losses. We don't want to make you losses.
And I guess also with the site visits, you're able to tell that that's a sentimental chair.
Exactly. So we shall, you know,
Be
I've had
careful.
to on trips where I am, I've had to take some things in my car so that, you know,
it's not part of the truck.
it's not. Yeah, it's not in the truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then do you have like insurance in case you crack my wonderful flat screen TV?
So those tough conversations we used to have in the previous years, and remember that you pay a down payment, and then you only pay the balance when the down payment is only 30% right now. So then we have a tough conversation on the 70%. That's
Actually, as a client, therefore, I'm covered because you've moved me. I've given you 30%. You've moved me, and if I'm satisfied, then I give you the 70%, right?
Yeah.
And if there's a issue, we
Then
can
we discuss
it.
Yeah.
So actually, yeah, that then covers me in some ways.
Yeah.
In fact, in all ways. You're the one who is taking the bigger risk.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why it's in my best interest to make
To
sure
make sure everything
your property is safe. Yeah.
Because you're the one who's going to take the heat, the financial heat.
Exactly. And I can take it on because trust me, my team knows. The team knows what to do. Yeah.
So that's, and I guess that's all the extra training that you've had to do.
Exactly.
It seems like
Exactly. Yeah.
How
So the
many
15 people that we work with right now, they've all gone through trainings. We've done trainings for 3 years now.
Okay.
And I'm comfortable with them.
Do you offer trainings for people who are not your team? Like if I wanted to learn about this business.
Look at you with the ideas,
Like I'm thinking, this is a really good deal actually. Maybe I could learn how to do it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, something to think about. Yeah. Yeah. Because I've been training house moving staff.
Yes.
I
And
think
they
it
seem
would
to be doing such a good job, obviously. So you could offer masterclasses. There was someone I was talking to who does furniture. She's a lady. She's into furniture again, very male-dominated business, and she does furniture. So I was asking her, "Do you do masterclasses? Like, do you train?" And she's offering masterclasses. She's like, "Yes, I mean, I can't do all the furniture in the world."
Nice.
So she offers her classes, and people come and they learn. It's an extra income.
Nice. You know, instead of having us move you, you can actually take some lessons and move yourself, but you pay for the lessons.
Exactly. So
thank you.
And then we've come to the end of our time. Do you have any extra things that we haven't touched? Also tell people how to find you in case they need to move as we wind down.
Okay. Damali, again, thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for the Ideation Corner. It's such a good platform. For people that are interested in moving, my numbers are on the screen: 0777 940 940. Okay, I'm forgetting it, but they're on the screen, and we're also on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. The name is The House Movers, and we strive to settle you in. So please get in touch with us. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you've had it. You can take the hassle out of moving by calling House Movers. Thank you.